but then went on to win the Amlin Cup. And as enjoyable a night as that turned out to be for Leinster at the RDS, let's face it, how often in sport do you get to win a trophy at your own stadium? It would have all been traded for another shot at the big prize, the biggest prize in European club rugby, bar none, and that's exactly where Leinster are shooting again. It's Ian Madigan starting the match. Celessi Ma'afu out for Northampton with a foot injury.
Set.
First chance for the Packs to make a mark. Reddin waits, he's got Dixon all over him, picked up by Heaslip. Off his wing is Dave Carney. Along that Leinster line for the first time. Oh, there's a little bit of space in behind here. Chance for Fitzgerald.
He's in the back three, and I wonder what sort of disruption that is. It's a lovely little dink there from O'Driscoll. It's a beauty. PC playing full-back. Gets turned. And he just can't control the ball. Stands up for Luke Fitzgerald.
Nightmare start for PC. Perfect start for Leinster. Cronin throws. Finds Devon Toner, now an international starter, of course. Reddin. Setting up the position with the power men. Now look for the speed behind the scrum, Leinster. They're looking really sharp here. The former champions, so determined to get that crown back, and nearly up to that Northampton line again. Just 5 metres short now. Reddin to Madigan. Darcy, O'Driscoll through the legs. Rob Carney out to Fitzgerald again. Step and score. Number 2 for him.
And just watch this pass here. Wonderful play from O'Driscoll. Rob Carney in super form himself. And just the step there from Fitzgerald. Jamie Elliott, such a good performer in the Premiership. He's got no hope there. Stranded, stepping from Luke Fitzgerald. 2 tries for him.
Madigan. It's a really fired pass to Gordon Darcy.
Assist release.
Scored a hat-trick in this fixture when these two met 13 years ago now, Donnybrook. 3 previous meetings, Leinster won them all, including that final 2 years ago, 2 back in the 2000 season. Carry by Carney, that's Dave Carney. O'Brien has taken that well and into the Northampton 22. Reddin, Madigan, here comes Cronin, Madigan round on the loop. It's Rob Carney, he's got Heaslip outside. Oh, Rob Carney, that is brilliant finishing. Heaslip is in, and he's even got the presence of mind to make the conversion that little bit easier.
And then again, static, slightly passive in defence. And Carney for handoff, lovely timing, very easy for Heaslip.
And that was George North who was left on the floor. What chance did he have with Carney's step? And that from Heaslip shows great thinking as well. And Madigan with the conversion, it's Northampton.
And PC here.
That's exactly what is coming Ken's way, and Rob Carney wins the battle of the 15s. Jamie Elliott was being tempted off that wing. Again, there was a hint of confusion around the corner. There's a hint of desperation for Northampton if they concede another try here, which will be Leinster's bonus point score as we approach half-time. Reddin. There's big Mike Ross. And Reddin again, a winner of this competition with Wasps back in 2007. And he is throwing a dummy to go for the bonus point, and he's there! And he might be a winner again.
Carney, who's brilliant in the air. It sums up the first half for Leinster. Great decision-making, and PC, he's never looking to make that his. He's saying my ball, but he's muttering it. Carney's saying nothing, he's onto the front foot. Leinster stay on the front foot. step from Owen Redden. And Elliott, for the second time this afternoon.
Dixon knows he can't just kick the ball out. That would be almost like knocking a king over, resignation time. Fitzgerald, he can walk it out. How on earth are they going to get back into this match? Leinster almost perfect. Samu Manoa selected in the second row tonight, but will be moving back now because Sam Dickinson is the man who's gone off for.
Exploited his inexperience.
As Warren was saying at half-time, he was out of position really on not just the first one, but the second try as well from Fitzgerald. It's Dave Carney. Older brother Rob. On the verge of 50 caps now, Rob Carney. That's better from Ken Pesey. Now an international player with Samoa, like his brother George and other brother Tusi. Courtney Laws. Not too much space out there, is there? That's American Samu Manoa, who's playing with the States again. Scored a try against Russia at Saracens ground recently. It's Madigan. Cronin looks so comfortable when he pops up in midfield. It looks like a centre, not a hooker. And look at him going. Ball inside. Did that just drift forward? The referee's going to check that. You can hear Nigel Owens. It's Fitzgerald's hat-trick.
No need as well.
Penalty there.
Fitzgerald has kept his depth.
Aros som hana na ni. Right.
But he's a strong one.
That's Shane Jennings. He was out injured for the first 2 rounds. He slipped, and Cronin again. At least 3 now. Excellent line breaks from Cronin in this match. He picks a quality line, and so does that man, Brian O'Driscoll. Fitzgerald onto Reddin. If he holds it, it's a great try, and he just can't. Oh, what a try that would have been.
Line here to full effect. Flat as you like. Madigan straight through the gap. O'Driscoll inside. Fitzgerald almost the provider. And Reddin, who...
Mind you, it's been a joy to play behind the Leinster pack, certainly in the first half. I'm sure they'd be first to say that. That's Waldock. Interception! O'Driscoll's got it! And O'Driscoll is away! And it must have been a joy to play with that man over the years for these Leinster players. The 5th try has arrived.
Quite the intercept against Munster in that famous semi-final, but it's in the icing on the cake here, and you could not argue that Brian O'Driscoll has deserved it. It's been in attack tonight. They've been just immaculate.
And listen to those Leinster supporters down in that corner. They know what it's all about here. Keeping Northampton out and keeping that score to 0. Really did make themselves heard. The Saints fans turn now, though. Callum Clark driving and driven right back there. Cullen tries to kick it through. Referee is going to give a penalty to Northampton. And a card as well. The offside. Too much for Nigel Owens. Northampton take it quickly. They feel it's their best bet. Look at Leinster trying to keep them out here. As if it's 0-0, not 33-0.
Dixon scores.
But it's changed. Dixon scored. And he's calling for a reaction. Lose a Dixon, we gain a Dixon. And there's a Clark, Callum Clark. Against his opposite number, Shane Jennings. 25-6 was the result against Ulster last season. So still worse off than that scoreline. Rob Carney. As Leinster look to reassert themselves, Rhys Ruddock, who's had an excellent couple of weeks, when Kevin McLaughlin was left out because he was a little bit battered and bruised after the Autumn Internationals, just carrying a knock. again with next week in mind, but Ruddock's form certainly meant that he was not an option that Leinster were at all worried about. Really starting to come of age now, Rhys Ruddock.
Off your feet, lost now.
23. Here's Rob Kearney.
Keep your feet.
And Cooney to Madigan. Darcy, there is a gap in front of him, and Darcy goes through it. Inside ball now. It's Kirshner. Good tackle comes in, but Fitzgerald is going to get the hat-trick now.
Once again, Leinster pulling the opposition wide, outside arc, men on the inside, Kirshner first of all, and then Luke Fitzgerald, whose tracking is brilliant. Just look at the line here. This is what you're going to see from that man, Luke Fitzgerald. Stay out, he sees it comes, in once, in again, two little arcs off the left foot. That is a fine piece of finishing, and it's hugely intelligent. Luke Fitzgerald, class act, fully fit. What a performance from him.
Who started the game out of position at fullback and was caught out of position those first two tries, and Leinster have not looked back from that point. Carried forward by Ethan Waller. Out it goes. Played 3-1-3 for the 3 times champions. Will feel very, very satisfied with what Leinster have produced here tonight.